You are listening to the Age Group Multisport podcast, Next Gen. Welcome back to AMP Next Gen, episode 3. The guys have submitted their next audio diaries, so I hope you enjoy them, and we'll catch up on the progress, and I'll see you on the other side.
Afternoon, Rich. Hope you're well. Weekly check-in. Highs this week. Running's coming along really well. Pace is coming down, but effort levels, coming down with it. So getting down to about 7-minute mile pace now on the long runs. Again, had another big brick session today, 50 miles. Kept it easy though, and did a 8-mile run off the bike, and I was just a shade over 7-minute mile pace. So it's coming together really well on the run, and I'm not feeling absolutely smashed up when I get back from the runs. So I'm really pleased with that. Swimming, keep coming along, in the pool regularly. Nothing to really write home about. And then the cycling is exactly where I want it to be as well. So really positive end to a big 3-week block, into a rest week next week, which is going to be really good for body and mind, really, because I am starting to feel a little bit like really tired this weekend. Just got it done. But like you say, times are where I'd like them to be. Diet this week's been much, much better. Got back on it this week, back to eating what I'd really need to eat. So plenty of carbohydrate, getting plenty of protein in. So, eating a lot of baked oats with fruit, having fruit salads with yogurt and granola sprinkled in it for the carb. Some nice hearty meals we had. We've had a roast this week. I even had nachos on Friday night. It made vegetarian chili with corn, and had that on Friday night as a bit of a cheaty type meal. But that was really nice as well. Haven't been drinking that much. Got back to where I normally am, so I've had sort of a bottle of wine over the week and a couple of Peronis. So that's back to where I'd like it to be as well, which is good considering I've been on leave. So yeah, all in all, really, really positive week. The coaching's coming on as well, which takes up a lot of time, but it's growing. So yeah, just shout out a little bit of a push for the site, really. Obviously, if anyone's interested in coaching, check out 9to5 Ironman Triathlon.co.uk. So offering coaching services on there, which is good. So yeah, hopefully check in next week after a rest week with a nice rested mind, nice rested body into another big 3-week block. For next race is 11 weeks away. So, keep pushing through. All right, speak to you soon, Rich. Cheers.
Hi, Rich. Here are my updates for the last couple of weeks of training. At the moment, I'm feeling quite tired, just kind of sleep-deprived tired, but training-wise has been okay. The week before last, I was travelling away with work quite a lot, so didn't manage to get many training sessions in at all, 2. Made the most of the little time I had, but travelling with work is one of those things that you can't avoid. I enjoy it. It was good events that were long days, tiring, and involved eating out and drinking plenty of wine. That's my job. and it was good and I enjoyed it. But yeah, training had to take a back seat that week. But this last week just gone, I've tried to, make the most of the time I've had available. So swims have been good. Bike rides with friends, with my husband, and a couple of turbos, GCN videos I find really helpful. So I felt I kind of treated the previous week as a recovery week, a rest week, and then kind of back on it this last week, which has been really good. The only issue is that I tried going for a run I went for a couple of short runs, and my plantar fasciitis has flared back up again, which is really frustrating. So I've got a sprint triathlon in 2 weeks' time on the 27th of March. It's a pool-based triathlon, so quite nice, kind of easing into racing again. It's been 3 years, maybe 4, since I've raced a triathlon, full triathlon. Definitely pre-pandemic, the year before the pandemic. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to racing again. But my intention is basically to give it everything on the swim, give it everything on the bike, and kind of replicate, apart from the pool-based bit, the aqua bike. And then if I've got it for the run, then great. If my foot's still a little bit dodgy and I need to walk or just jog gently, then that's fine. But I thought I'd just have a go at running and see how that went, and it didn't go so well. So one of my focuses for the next couple of weeks is just going to be damage limitation on that front, doing exercises and strengthening and stretching my foot. So yeah, I was away with work for most of that previous week, and realised that the Athletic AI was really interesting, but it's not going to work for me, I don't think. So instead, what I've done is basically written out my own weekly structure, identified which weeks I need to taper before races, which weeks I'm away with work, and kind of treating those as recovery weeks as such, obviously tapers, and then the weeks that I'm around and I've got a little bit more time to train and an availability to get in the pool and get on the bike, to focus on those. It's not the most scientific, but we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of working with what I've got, quite basic, I'm just kind of me doing it myself, but it should be good. In terms of diet, been eating out with work a bit more, and just kind of, I guess, with being tired, probably slacked a little bit. Eating plenty of chocolate, I enjoy that, but yeah, in general, I'm quite relaxed about my diet. I've started using a protein shake a couple of times, just when it's needed. But yeah, kind of as I said on the last update, generally eat healthy, enjoy the odd treat, but I'm pretty relaxed about my diet. My goals for the next few weeks, to kind of make the most of the key sessions that I have, to make the most of the time, and to really focus on trying to get my foot better, do plantar fasciitis exercises and stretches and that kind of thing, and then continue with strength and conditioning and stretching, which, as I said before, is kind of the first thing to go in my week, because I don't enjoy it as much. I know it's really useful, but it's not the swim, bike or run that I love. But having it kind of written in a 2 days a week or 1 day a week as a session, has helped me to actually do it. And it's one of those things that it's easy to do when I'm away in a hotel room or something like that. Can do it easily from home. Just 15-20 minutes here and there does make a difference when it all adds up. I'm enjoying the kind of accountability of knowing that there's people following and people listening to my journey. It feels very novice, and I know that there's an awful lot of people who put a lot more time and effort and energy into training and training plans than I am. I'm sure I'm quite relaxed, and I don't know whether I need to be more committed if I'm going to qualify, but also I know that I'm going to perform best if I'm relaxed and enjoying it, and that's the whole process, not just the day itself. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying getting back into the routine of training, and yeah, enjoying having a bit of a focus. So hopefully it'll continue the next few weeks, and in 2 weeks' time I'll do my triathlon and let you know how it goes.
Well, thanks guys for the updates. Interesting couple of updates there. Nice to hear Will had a good week, and he's back on his good intake of food, and he's heading in a positive direction with his training. And that was a really nice, honest review from Roz about her progress, and also about how she's working hard, and she's trying to fit training around a lifestyle, and I think that's key. And she's not beating herself up about it, which is fantastic. I hope her injury sorts itself out, and good luck with your triathlon, which is up and coming. Long time, isn't it, since you've raced? So hope it all goes well, and looking forward to hearing the next updates from you guys. Yep, and that's about it. So thank you once again for listening. Short and sweet this episode, but that's how it's going to be. So, but if you'd like to get in touch, you can email us at agegroupmultisportpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at amp_1967. We're on Facebook at ampgb, and you can follow us on Twitter at Age Group Multisport Podcast. Our YouTube channel is ampgb, and our website is agegroupmultisportpodcast.buzzsprout.com. And I noticed the other day that Spotify are now allowing you to leave a review, just like Apple Podcasts do. So if you could leave us a review, that was massive, and it'll help others find out our podcast. So would much appreciate that. And that's about it. Like I said, thank you ever so much for listening. And remember, stay safe, keep training, and love the process.